Hey everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO Weekly News Update. Plenty of things happened in the world of LEGO this week, but by far the biggest story is all about the leaked set pictures for the new Han Solo movie sets. The first wave for that's the movie that's at the end of the year. We know what the pictures are. We can't technically show them yet. They're still under embargo, but we will be talking about that. And before we get into that, let's check out the Amazon deals. As always in the beginning of the episode, these are the Amazon deals that have been hovering around as of late. To be honest, not that much has changed in the last couple of weeks, so these deals still stand for these sets. Links in the description below. Now, jumping right into the news, usually I don't start off the news episode with a rumor, but technically this isn't a rumor. There were leaked pictures of the new LEGO Solo Star Wars sets that's coming out for the new Solo movie. We know the names, set number, prices, and technically there were pictures leaked, so we know what they look like, but LEGO and or Disney will come down on us hard if we actually show the pictures of the sets, so I'll just kind of talk about them and describe them. I got the initial information on the set names, numbers, and prices from AlanTran at thebrickvan.com and found the pictures on, well, a ton of different rehosts from Reddit. Starting small and going big, the first set was the Imperial Patrol Battle Pack. I like the look of the new troopers, don't know the names of them, they're kind of just stormtroopers that have a bit more black highlights on them, like the helmet and parts of the body. And the speeder itself is pretty cool. It's a totally different shape from any other kind of speeder transport that we've seen before from the Star Wars universe. And I think it's translated pretty well into LEGO. But ultimately, I'm not too crazy about this battle pack. This is the first year, I believe, that the price point has now gone up to $15 US for it. And they did the same thing that they did last year and I think the year before, where they just put an Imperial officer as well as a technician in there, and we don't need those guys anymore. Battle packs is for battle. You don't think of a technician or an officer to be in the battle. They're not good for army building. The price point's really high. So unfortunately, at this point, battle packs are they're not good sets anymore, but I'm sure people are gonna like the two stormtroopers at least and the speeder, but I don't expect a lot of people are gonna be thinking that they're getting their money's worth for this set. The next set is Han Solo's land speeder, set number 75209. It's gonna sell for $30, and personally, I think this is one of the best land speeder types of builds we've gotten from a LEGO set. I just love the colors and the shapes that we have that make up this kind of blocky looking vehicle. It comes with a female character as well as Han Solo, and also this weird looking shape for this white kind of dog monkey creature. I'm not really sure what it is, and I don't yet know the part to price ratio for this set. We do know that it's $30, and from what I can tell on this picture at least, I think it is going to be fairly priced for its size. This wave is kind of strange because the third set is called just Land Speeder, so that's the third speeder to come from this wave, which is half the sets, and it's interesting we also have a kind of boxy design for this as well. Based on the production shots, this set should be a lot darker, but I like that they kind of broke up the color scheme a bit, making it sort of mostly light gray with a lot of dark tan accents as well as some dark gray thrown in there, and has a pretty good built-in 6-shot stud shooter in the front that I think actually matches up quite well. Personally, the vehicle itself I think is just kind of wonky looking, but the set isn't too bad. It's got two minifigs, I don't know who they are, they look kind of interesting, and two of those snowy doggy creatures as well. It's set at $40, which, I mean, it definitely looks like it has more parts than Han Solo's land speeder, but the minifigs don't draw me quite as well as the main characters that's coming from Han Solo's set, and the speeder also I don't think looks as cool as Han Solo's speeder. Now the next set, things ramp up with the Imperial TIE Fighter. It's gonna sell for $70. It comes with 4 minifigs. They all actually look really cool. You can't really tell that well, at least the grainy shots that I got, you can't really tell what they look like that well, but the minifigs look cool, and the build for the TIE Fighter looks pretty spot on. In a strange way, it kind of reminds me of like a similar build style to the UCS Ultimate Collector Series TIE Fighter, just at a smaller sort of minifig scale size, and hands down it is the best version of a LEGO set TIE Fighter I've ever seen. This is going to be, I think, a pretty popular set, you know, being a classic vehicle and all, and updated quite well, and this next set as well I think is probably going to be on people's minds. This is the new Millennium Falcon, so we finally get to see what the new ship is going to look like for this universe in white and blue like everybody's been saying. Personally, it strikes me as a little bit of a strange shape. It's kind of growing on me, and I think the Falcon looks much better in the box art than it does from what we get as the actual Lego set. The angle for those two prongs in the front don't really line up well with the sphere shape of the Falcon, very similar to the last playset and pretty much all the playsets. But because this Falcon is a lot more pointy this time, that one pretty key angle for the ship not matching up kind of stands out a little bit more. It's gonna sell for $170, which doesn't really strike me as surprising. I believe the last Falcon from Force Awakens was like $160. It comes with 7 minifigs, and based on the sort of unique shapes and colors from them, I'm sure quite a few of them are going to be exclusive to this set, and I can definitely see Lando amongst them. I think there's a new red protocol droid. I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, it's the Falcon. People are excited. People are going to get it, but I have to say I'm not totally sold on the shape of the ship from my first initial sort of blurry impressions of the pic. Also, the information from Alan Train at thebrickfan.com does say that there's going to be a Han Solo buildable figure. There's no pictures for that yet, so I don't really know what that's going to look like. Now let's get into the rest of the news of the week. The February 2018 store calendar is available, so let's go through the highlights. From January 28th to February 14th, free 60-year of Lego brick set with a purchase of $125 or more, or while supplies last is now around. I'm really looking forward to getting that Sea Barracuda mini build more than anything else. That thing looks awesome. I also believe the instructions are available online, so check the links in the description below. February 14th, Lego Friends Sunflower with a purchase of $20 or more while supplies last. That is actually a pretty good build for a Sunflower. February 6th and 7th has a VIP monthly mini model build of a car with a gas pump. There's a Lego City mining play event at Lego stores anywhere between January 19th through 13th. February 15th, adults only Valentine's themed building night at the Lego store. Sign up is required. The 17th and 24th have Lego Life meetings, and from the 14th to March 4th, the Lego City mounting police building event is at the Lego stores as well. Personally, the last bit of news I think is the coolest. Anywhere from the 16th to the 28th, there is a Lego seasonal Year of the Dog set with a purchase of $88 or more. I love that price point, 88 being a very lucky number, and of course it is the Year of the Dog that corresponds with the Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. Now let's move on to the reveals of the week. There were a lot of little reveals, and I mean that quite literally. Pretty much a ton of different polybags were released, or the images for them. First, the Star Wars DJ polybag is now available at Toys R Us, so this is the image for it. I think it's fine. This character didn't really do much for me in the film, but I do like Benicio del Toro. Now he has 2 exclusive minifigures, one as the collector as well. But for the rest of these polybags, these are going to come out as store promotions probably, or most of them are at some point throughout the year. This one seems kind of like a free Lego build. Here is a Lego City hot dog stand, which is wonderful because we just don't get enough hot dog stands from Lego. Actually, I think the build for this works pretty well. Here's a construction worker that seems to be setting up a road hazard sign. Lego City also has this little dragster polybag. Creator has this fun sort of mini build of a propeller biplane, which I think is actually pretty solid. But by far, this is the best one from the entire line. This is the Creator 3-in-1 polybag, and the featured build is pretty amazing with the pug. Lego Disney seems to have an Ariel polybag, while Marvel Superheroes has the new Royal Talon Fighter from the Black Panther. Kind of an odd looking ship, but a decent looking build. And to be perfectly honest, this is probably one of my favorite motorcycles to have come from any Ninjago set in a while. They tend to overdo it in the sets, but this guy looks pretty good, and I like the graphic on his chest. And last is Kylo Ren's shuttle, and not really a fan of this build at all. And let's finish off this week by getting into Lego Ideas. If you don't know what Lego Ideas is, it's a website where you submit your own Lego creation in hopes to having it become an official Lego set. This week, no new sets got 10,000 votes of support, and the top 3 most popular sets trending right now on the site are all modular buildings. They look really good, but the modular library by It to Love or Not, I to Love or Not, but the modular library built by a very talented builder has definitely caught my eye. There's something about it. I mean, aside from the fact that it just looks amazing on the front, that alone is like reason enough to put it into any Lego city in my opinion. But the builder also did something that I think is really nice, really clever, and that is that they've added windows on the side of the build, even though when it's sandwiched between 2 buildings, you can't see anything. It makes sense. This is a library. Libraries often have very large open windows to get, like a lot of light on the inside, especially the older ones are set up like this. And for someone who has a Lego city of their own with not enough corner pieces, this building could be used as a corner in a pinch, because most Lego
cities do have a little bit of extra sidewalk built onto the sides. It makes it a lot more diverse, and I know I'm not really talking about a lot of the technical aspects of this build. You can pretty much see from the pictures yourself that this just looks amazing, and I'm already imagining how I would use it if I had it.
Alright, that is it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember to tune in same time next week for another LEGO Weekly News update. And if you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe. Also, tomorrow is our top 10 mocks of the week episode, which we always have a lot of fun making. So be sure to check that out. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.